have you here on this beautiful morning. I'm Amber Shipley. I'm the Communications Manager for Region 2, Colorado Department of Transportation. First of all, thank you to the 4th Infantry Division Band for the beautiful music we heard this morning as we came in. And also thank you to the Holiday Inn Express and Suites who let us have access to this beautiful lawn and a great view of the MAMSIP project. Today we're going to hear from a number of stakeholders who've been involved with this project, and at the end we're going to have the ceremonial ribbon cutting that'll face out towards the bridges and the highway. We're here today to recognize the completion of the third and the most expensive project, the I-25 Safety and Efficiency Project, which was a component of the Military Access, Mobility, and Safety Improvement Project, or as it's affectionately become known, MAMSIP. You'll also notice many of us, most of you are wearing the ribbon today. These are to remember our CDOT maintenance team members who didn't make it home to their families at the end of the day. Most recently on September 4th in Palisade, we lost members Trenton Umberger and Nathan Jones, who died tragically in a crash in a work zone. More ribbons are available if you'd like them at the end. But always remember to keep our CDOT teams, our contractors, and others on the road in mind when you're out there driving. Adhere to the speed limit and follow those work zone safety. A cone zone is there for a reason. Be sure to join us after the ribbon cutting. SEMA Construction has generously brought us a barbecue lunch. So now we're going to begin with the Fountain Fire and Police Honor Guard with the presentation of colors and the 4th Infantry Division Band playing the Star-Spangled Banner.
Well, good morning and welcome. Today we celebrate the completion of one of the 4 MAMSIP projects, the I-25 corridor. This MAMSIP project goals are to improve safety for the traveling public, improve freight mobility and operations, access for our military installations along vital corridors throughout El Paso County. The I-25 component of MAMSIP included widening shoulders, replacing the pavement, replacing the I-25 bridge over South Academy, upgrading guardrail and other critical safety components throughout 8 miles, and including rehabs of 4 additional bridges. We've been able to deliver this part of the project with a budget of over $90 million. It is estimated that delivering the MAMSIP project over a 20-year period of operation will result in 34 fewer deaths and nearly 1,200 fewer injuries on all 4 MAMSIP projects. On I-25 alone, these improvements are estimated to reduce fatalities by approximately 28 fatalities over the same period of 20 years. CDOT has had the privilege to provide oversight in delivering all 4 MAMSIP components, to 2 of them in partnership with El Paso County, the Charter Oaks Ranch Road and South Academy Boulevard widening project, which is currently under construction. The I-25 safety and mobility improvements are possible in cooperation between CDOT, El Paso County, the City of Fountain, City of Colorado Springs, our military installations, and the community. Everyone here has played an important role in making this project happen, so today we recognize and appreciate each one of you. I especially want to recognize a CDOT member today, Project Manager and Project Engineer Randy Johnson. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your leadership, and we appreciate your dedication for delivery of this critical, important project for us. Now, please help me welcome Herman Stockinger, CDOT Deputy Executive Director.
Thanks, Shane. Thanks, everybody, again for being here today. Really want to thank CDOT staff and SEMA Construction for their work as we celebrate the completion of the I-25 safety and efficiency improvements. The project was designed to reduce crashes and fatalities on I-25, which is one of the state's busiest interstate corridors, while still ensuring the economic vitality provided by the north-south route is maintained. CDOT values the importance of our role in the strategic defense of our country and the economic vitality of the region. A transportation network that supports the safe and efficient movement of personnel and equipment is critical to the area's growth and to ensure access between our military bases. Back on April 4th, 2019, a relatively new CDOT Executive Director, Shoshana Liu, came down to meet with local leaders, local elected officials, military leaders. I think Andy Gunning is probably the only person here today that was at those meetings. What developed from that meeting, though, was the idea that the various military-related and regionally needed transportation projects may be combined into creating a single project that's greater than the sum of its parts. We named the project MAMSIP, as you heard, and we applied for a federal grant in June 2019 to help pay for the projects. In the fall of 2019, we were awarded a $18.35 million build grant to help kickstart the projects. Since then, MAMSIP has become an integral part of CDOT's 10-year plan. Our strategic plan was compiled following extensive outreach to all 64 counties around the state. I'd like to recognize Pikes Peak Area Council of Governments and the Central Front Range Transportation Planning Region for their significant contributions to the plan. Without their help and support, we wouldn't be able to deliver projects like this here in El Paso County. We're so excited that this project is now complete. We look forward to the completion of the final component, the South Academy widening project that's currently under construction. It's now my pleasure to introduce John Cater, our Colorado Division Administrator for the Federal Highway Administration.
Many of the remarks have been made already. First off, I want to emphasize what a critical link I-25 is in our economy, and that's not just our local economy or our regional economy; it's our national economy. It's a critical link for the movement of people and goods throughout our nation. So it's great to see an investment here and improvements on a critical link that's serving, not just, like I said, not just locally, but nationally as well. It provides a link from not only from Denver down to, say, Pueblo, but also to Texas, New Mexico, Mexico, and beyond. So very good to see that investment. Additionally, this is part of our strategic highway network of priority defense routes. And so this is a critical subset of the interstate that's even more critical because of the connectivity it provides from our critical defense installations here in the Colorado Springs area to points beyond. So again, a very critical facility, and great to see this investment here. Now, to be effective, transportation projects need to address many priorities and involve many partnerships. And even though doing a project like this is neat and it's cool to see a new bridge go up and all that, we don't do it just because we can. We do them because they address transportation issues and needs and serve the needs of the entire community. And the best projects are where people come together to serve these multiple goals. And as we said, serving the economy is vital, and improving people's lives by letting them get to where they need to go. It's not just about the economy, it's also getting to health services or education or recreation, things that make life valuable. And so these projects are fantastic for getting those things done. And this project accomplishes many things. The most obvious is the improvement of the roadway pavement and the widened shoulders. The pavements deteriorate over time, and we have to continue to invest in them to keep our system in good condition. And the new concrete surface out there will require minimum maintenance going forward and an improved ride. The project also involved the replacement or rehabilitation of 6 bridges, and including these new bridges right over here on South Academy. And bridges are vital links in our transportation network, and it's very important that we continue to keep them in good condition and invest in them so they can handle all the loads necessary. This is even more in case as this defense corps, as we talked about. It has to be able to handle exceptionally heavy loads at times, and these new bridges will definitely be able to do that. What makes this project even more special, though, is that the improvements didn't stop there. Both Federal Highway and CDOT have safety at the top of our priority list. And this is a project where we can point to tangible safety benefits and improvements that were made. Improvements that will reduce crashes and improve the mobility. As Herman mentioned, this should reduce the number of fatalities in this corridor significantly over the next 20 years. And this project, one significant thing is it provides an upgraded median safety barrier. And those are probably one of the most cost-effective things we can do, because if somebody crosses the median on a high-speed facility like this, it's going to be a head-on crash, and those are most likely fatal or extremely serious. And an improved barrier out there makes all the difference. So great to see that here. Great to see the widened shoulders, which provide safe refuge areas from vehicles break down. And great to see improved acceleration and deceleration lanes, which not only allow vehicles to merge more smoothly into traffic, but reduce the backups onto the facility. So great to see those improvements, and great to see all these improvements have been made in this investment in our infrastructure. So with that, I want to congratulate everyone who come out for the event here. And I especially want to congratulate SEMA for a job well done, and CDOT for their success in delivering this project. And with that, I want to introduce the CDOT Commissioner for District 9 and El Paso County, Hannah Parsons.
Good morning, and thank you. Hannah Parsons, Transportation Commissioner for District 9. The Transportation Commission of Colorado formulates policy for the management, construction, and maintenance of public highways and other transportation systems in Colorado. We represent the areas in which we live and work, taking recommendations to the Governor and General Assembly while working with CDOT to identify construction priorities, such as this one. In 2019, CDOT embarked on an ambitious effort to set transportation plans and priorities, known as the 10-year strategic plan, which was adopted in 2020 and updated annually. The improvements you see here are an integral part of this plan, and one of the biggest benefits of this project, as has been mentioned, is the improved safety by reduction of crashes. Death and injury from traffic crashes continue to be among the most serious public health problems facing our country. Fatalities have increased in the last few years for many reasons. However, we are committed to reversing these trends. We value each and every life and need to address risk from human behavior, which is exacerbated by outdated and crowded roads. We will do this while also improving efficiency and infrastructure. The economic costs of motor vehicle crashes are in the billions. Included in these losses are lost productivity, medical costs, legal and court costs, emergency services, insurance administration, congestion costs, property damage, and workplace losses. Traffic safety measures like these MAMSIP improvements are among the best ways to positively impact the economy and improve quality of life for all residents and visitors to the Colorado Springs region. As a catalyst for economic productivity and development, this MAMSIP project will improve roadway efficiency and overall accessibility and military mobility. These are all critical safety improvements for our region. So with that, I'd like for you to join me in welcoming the City of Colorado Springs Deputy Chief of Staff, Travis Easton.
Good morning, fantastic community partners. I-25 is the backbone of Colorado's vehicular mobility and freight movement, serving as the major north-south transportation corridor in the Pikes Peak region and beyond. As the City of Colorado Springs continues to experience rapid growth in both our urban areas and our surrounding communities, the importance of this corridor cannot be overstated. This project represents a significant investment in one of our state's busiest interstate corridors, aimed at improving mobility and safety for all users, from daily commuters to tourists to long-haul truckers. By enhancing this crucial north-south route, we're not only addressing current traffic needs, but also ensuring the continued economic vitality of Colorado Springs and the entire Front Range. These improvements will benefit a wide range of stakeholders, including local businesses, residents, and visitors to our city. Better traffic flow means easier access to our city's amenities, reduced travel times, and improved safety for everyone on the road. This project demonstrates our commitment to proactively addressing infrastructure needs as our city grows. It's an investment in our future, helping to maintain Colorado Springs' status as one of the most desirable places to live and work in the country. The improvements we're inaugurating today are the result of collaborative efforts between local, state, and federal partners. This cooperation showcases different levels of government working together effectively to benefit our community. As we cut this ribbon, we're not only just opening improved roadways, we're paving the way for continued growth, safer travel, and enhanced economic opportunities for Colorado Springs and the Pikes Peak region. Now, if you please welcome Fort Carson Garrison Deputy Commander, Mr. Joe Wyka.
Good morning, and thank you for inviting Fort Carson. I'm honored to represent the soldiers, employees, and families of Fort Carson to this important event. I'd like to extend our gratitude to CDOT, the Pikes Peak Area Council of Governments, and El Paso County for making these improvements a reality. Fort Carson is the third largest employer in the state of Colorado and a significant user of the Interstate 25 in this region. With approximately 26 soldiers assigned to post and 40,000 family members, the impact of I-25 improvements cannot be overstated. This section of I-25 improved by this project is particularly crucial to us. This stretch provides direct access to gates 19 and 20, which are major access points to Fort Carson. The safety of our personnel, soldiers, families, employees is paramount. Without their safe arrival every day, our mission simply isn't possible. These improvements will significantly enhance the safety and efficiency of travel for thousands of Fort Carson commuters. Reduced congestion and improved road conditions mean less stress and lower risk for our personnel as they travel to and from post. On behalf of everyone at Fort Carson, thank you for your commitment to the safety and well-being of our community. These improvements will make a real difference in the daily lives of our personnel and their families. And now please welcome the Pikes Peak Area Council of Governments Executive Director, Andrew Gunning.
The Pikes Peak region is a vital link in the regional, statewide, and national transportation system with air, rail, trucking industries all directly impacting the economy and playing a fundamental role in the Pikes Peak area transportation network. Our goal at PPACG is to improve our economic vitality by moving people and goods safely throughout our region. In 2010, just over 650,000 people lived in the region, including Teller County. The state is undergoing obviously noticeable demographic changes. The state demographer's office is forecasting that by 2040, the Pikes Peak region will grow to about 1 million people, adding about 350,000 more. In addition, in addition to our increase in the region's population, the demographer is also forecasting we're going to add about 200,000 jobs in the next 25 years. This expected increase in population means more daily trips to work, to shop, for health, and for wellness. The MAMSIP project is another element of our transportation network and a great example of how we're responding to critical transportation needs for today and for the growth of our region with safety, mobility, and access, all positively contributing to the quality of life for all of us who live and work and serve here. So these kinds of projects, they take time and collaboration. I'm going to go off script for just a second, and I want to amplify what Herman brought up earlier about how this got started back in 2019 and with the direction and the support by Director Liu. I remember getting the phone call from Rocky Scott, our former Transportation Commission member, saying that we've got to get our new executive director down here and get a good understanding of what our military access needs and safety needs are all across the region. With the help of Don Addy, at the time ran the Colorado 30 Group, a big military advocacy group in our region, piled us into a van with Director Liu, and we toured all of our military installations out at Schriever and Peterson, and ended up with a pretty colorful briefing by Colonel Wardinger when he was the garrison commander down here a couple of years ago. So over dinner that night is when a plan was hatched, and Director Liu had the vision and the leadership to really pull together all these projects and identify some other funding partners to really make this a reality. So really, it gives me great pleasure to thank us all for the work that was done on this project. So with that, I would love to welcome Kurt Scanlon, project manager with SEMA Construction.
Good morning. Just recently, the I-25 project teams put the final piece of I-25 into the much anticipated final alignment, which was a great milestone for the project. As a construction project manager, the ribbon cutting celebration is a special and great day where the conceptual project becomes a living reality. And that's really through the efforts of each and every person involved with the project. So on behalf of SEMA, the CDOT team, thank you for everybody involved. The Additionally, I want to highlight that SEMA is proud to be partnered with CDOT and the stakeholder agencies, the stakeholder agency partners, which there are many, in the delivery of this critical project that's improved the mobility and safety of the public and our military personnel throughout the region. Using the CMGC delivery process in partnership with CDOT, we've been able to deliver the projects thus to date on time and within the allocated budget. In addition to providing this much needed infrastructure improvements, safety improvements on the I-25, and as mentioned previously, access into these Fort Carson gates and Peterson and different MAMSIP projects, serving our military bases in the region. We have injected or provided for over $90 million of local supplier and subcontracting opportunities in the area, in the region, along with several hundred construction-related jobs in the Pikes Peak region have been provided for throughout the vision of these projects coming together. I'd like to thank all 90 of our suppliers and subcontractors that were participating in this project with our teams. Additionally, working with CDOT, we were able to provide small business opportunities, disadvantaged business opportunities, valued at over $7 million. I come from a family with small business owner, contractors. It takes some pretty big shoulders to run and keep a small business viable. So the support that these various agencies offer small businesses is a great asset to the region. In closing, I'd like to give a special thanks to the Colorado State Patrol, the Fort Carson Police and Fire Departments, the military police, Fort Carson, and all the various first responders. We truly could not build these projects safely without your assistance, without your presence on these jobs with our project teams, especially at night. So thank you. Thank you again to the entire project team, from the retired leaders to the visionaries, design teams, all the stakeholders, to the CDOT, Wilson, SEMA project teams. As mentioned earlier, led by Randy Johnson with CDOT. Don Wilson is a construction manager with Wilson. There's a lot of hard work, extra effort, sometimes long days, but these project teams were the boots on the ground every day, daily, often at night and day, to make this project really a reality. So these projects have been a success. SEMA Construction is proud to be your partner. We look forward to doing it again. We'd also like to thank the public for their patience and cooperation during the construction along this vital corridor. Now, so thank you everybody again. Sincere thank you to everybody involved. This is a big milestone, and we're pleased to be at the point we're at here. With that, now would you please welcome back Shane Ferguson.
All right. Thank you, SEMA Construction and Kurt and all the speakers today. CDOT wants to extend its thanks to all the project partners for making this happen. The Pikes Peak Rural Transportation Authority, Pikes Peak Area Council of Governments, Central Front Range Transportation Planning Region, Federal Highways Administration, El Paso County, City of Colorado Springs, our 5 military installations, our community, area first responders, and design engineers at ECOM and construction management team Wilson & Company. We request all the speakers to come front now for ribbon cutting. After the ribbon cutting, please join us for barbecue lunch, which will be provided and catered by Bird Dog Barbecue, and that will be somewhere inside?
It'll be in the breakfast room, right inside.
With that, thank you guys. Thanks again to all the speakers, and thank you.
Okay, if I can get everybody who has spoke today, the Mayor of Fountain, Senator Gardner, all to come over here. We're going to cut the ribbon to where we get the highway. All right, go.